Welcome back to Weekend Today in Central New York. As usual, I'm joined by Chief Cecil with the Syracuse Police Department. Welcome back.
Good morning.
So we're talking all about search warrants this morning. This past Thursday, Syracuse police executed 2 of them at the same time in the city's Valley area. And that was connected to another one that was executed out in the Fayetteville, Manlius area. Right. A lot of people were talking about the timing of this. Can you give me some of the reasoning behind striking at 4:30 in the morning?
Sure. So a great deal of surveillance goes into these before we hit the house. We're trying to minimize risk to all the neighbors that are around the target, but we're trying to minimize risk to the target himself, meaning we want to make sure he's in the house. We want to make sure he's not wandering around. We want to make sure the neighborhood is pretty much all asleep. We're not doing it to wake them up or annoy them. We're just trying to minimize risk to the neighbors. We don't need a lot of traffic, whether it's pedestrian or cars, when we surround this house and do what we call breaching the door and then calling the suspect out.
And it's one of those things that neighbors in the area might have heard. Syracuse Police Department, come out with your hands up, bang, out.
Yeah, so that's exactly what we do. We breach the door with some explosives, and then we call the suspect out. Call anyone who's in the house to come out with their hands up. It worked like clockwork. He came out. In all 3 cases, they came out. They're under arrest, and we also seized the guns themselves. And one of those guns, again, was a Glock 9mm that was fully manipulated, or manipulated to be fully automatic. A very dangerous gun to have in someone's hands who's trying to kill someone out there on the street.
Before we get into some of the planning that goes into an operation like this was some perspective here in relation to a shooting on Lincoln Drive back in July.
It was.
Okay. Now, what goes into the planning of this operation? It must take a while to figure out what the plan is before going into it.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it was quintessential police work all along, from the responding officers that went there to the detectives in our intel division that figured out who the 3 suspects were, where they lived, and then the SWAT team, who did all kinds of surveillance along with the detectives to determine, again, the proper time to hit this house, which at this point was early in the morning, again, to minimize risk to the public.
Really interesting stuff going on here with the Syracuse Police Department. Chief, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.